Take a little picture after.
President, U.S. President.
I want to say thank you to IBEW Local 606 for hosting us here today. I am a community organizer and the daughter of a union organizer, so anytime I step foot in a union hall, I feel at home. So a question I have for you all is there an organizer in the building? Are union organizers in the building? Are there political organizers in the building? Are there community organizers in the building? I'm in the right building. And we're in the right place for the right people and the right message. Amen. Because Central Florida is particular in that some of our best leaders, some of our most fearless political leaders, some of our best elected officials who don't just have to know how to get elected, but know how to get it done, who show up as people's champs, started as community organizers. And they move like community organizers. They run campaigns like community organizers, which means they don't get elected for people, they get elected with their people.
Right.
They don't produce for people, they produce with their people.
Right.
They organize money, not just for their communities, but with their communities. That means there's accountability, and the vision is always clear. And no matter what room they step into, they never walk in alone. Because the community is always at their back, on their back. And if we really get it right, they're right there in the middle. And so I am honored today to open this up because I was asked to introduce Congressman Frost. And if you know his story, you know that like me, he's from Central Florida, from Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
You know that like me, he is Afro-Caribbean. But you also know he is a community organizer. And it's that excellence and that commitment to the people that got him elected, and that makes me especially proud for him to not just be the congressman, but to be my congressman. As a lifelong resident of Congressional District 10, I am honored that he shows us every day that whether you are organizing in the halls of Congress or across this great state of Florida, or in a little town neighborhood called Crosstown where I'm from, you can get it done with your people.
Yes.
And after a few of more of those community organizers come out, you're gonna see the people who have been getting it done, both in their elected office and after. And so, as a quick surprise, we wanna invite a guest out who isn't on the agenda, but is always in the streets. Rep. Essani, could you come out, please?
All right, who's ready to send Angie Nixon to the USA? So I have been with my girl, Angie Nixon, in the trenches of the Florida House. And let me tell you, it's hard work. It is really hard work. It is good trouble. And it's work that requires a passion for community. It's work that requires a lot of balance, not in the process, but in life, to try to do everything all the time for all the people you care about. It's overwhelming, the type of fights we have to have, but it's always worth it. Even fighting when you know you're going to lose that battle, we still show up. And Representative Nixon, Angie is someone who is willing to fight even when she's the only one standing up.
That's
right. That's right. And I take so much pride in being a colleague, in being a friend, and in showing up with her when those times get tough. And there was a vote on ceasefire, a resolution that Angie presented, and I was the only one that voted yes with her. And I'm always proud of you, and I'm proud of that vote. As hard as the moment was, you stood firm. And that's a constant inspiration for, I think, a lot of us to stand firm, even when people give you a side eye, even when folks are disrespectful, even when folks say things that are just incredibly cruel, you always keep showing up. And it was very important to me to show up for you today. So, with that, are we ready to elect Angie Nixon to the U.S.? Are we ready to send a fighter for the people? Someone who has done the work? Someone who doesn't run away from tough questions? Someone who represents her community? Let's go do it. With that, I am so honored to introduce another fighter in this work, another sister in the struggle, someone else I've also been able to really see as family in this community, in this state, the phenomenal, the remarkable, the one-of-a-kind Senator LaVon Bracey.
I think I can feel the energy of the room. room, but I need to ask a couple questions. Are there any freedom fighters in the house? Any dream defenders in the house? Any history makers in the house? Okay, because y'all know wherever I go, I gotta take the temperature of the room. And I think I am in the right place. What an honor. You know, I got up this morning and I said, let me put on my pink suit. And I said, no, let me put these sneakers on so that people say I'm ready to work. I am absolutely ready to work. It has been an honor. I was one of the first elected officials to endorse Representative Angie Nixon. And let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why. Many of you know that I am a licensed and barred attorney. And being an attorney, whenever you're working on a case, or whether you're working to defend, or you're working on a case, you look for eyewitnesses, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I am an eyewitness, right? I'm not a witness that is listening to hearsay. I've seen firsthand. I've served with Angie Nixon. Yeah, I've served with her, and I've seen how she stood firm, flat-footed, sometimes by herself. I've seen how when she took your issues of affordable housing to Tallahassee, she took the issues of women having bodily autonomy to Tallahassee. I saw how she fought flat-footed against illegal, unconstitutional gerrymandering. Yeah, I saw it firsthand. I saw it with my own two eyes. So I can bear witness to what Angie Nixon has done for the state of Florida. I can bear witness. But because I know what she can do in Tallahassee, that gives me hope of what she can do in Washington, D.C. I know she's ready to fight. I know she's ready to work. And so we need to be ready to work on her behalf, right? She's going to stand tall for us in Washington, D.C. But she can't show up for us unless we show up for her. So I'm excited to be here. I am honored to, again, publicly and emphatically give my endorsement. But before we do that, I got to bring somebody else to the podium. And there was nothing good that came out of the illegal gerrymandering, but one thing. This congressman is now my congressman. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our congressman, the people's champion, none other than Congressman Maxwell Alejandro.
When I say Angie, you say Nixon. Good morning, I'm Congressman Maxwell Frost. I represent Central Florida in the United States Congress, and today I am proud to endorse Angie Nixon from the United States. Listen, we're here today because we believe in a country that can be as great as its promise. Yeah. We're here today because we know Angie Nixon has been fighting for that year after year in the Florida State Legislature. And now she is ready, she is able, and she is going to take that fight to Washington, D.C., where we need it most right now. Yeah. We have to talk about the person she's going to replace, Ashley Moody. Yeah. Ashley Moody has built a career standing with the same billionaires and corporations who have screwed us all. Yeah. This moment demands not just another politician, but it demands a fighter. Someone who's going to stand up to the status quo. Someone who's going to say, we need someone who's going to fight to make sure that we have health care, because health care is a human right. Someone who understands that in a country where we want more families, we want working families to be safe, everybody should have universal child care. Someone who understands that we're going to fight, yes, to create pathways to home ownership, but we have to protect our renters and our tenants that are being screwed over year after year after year. And that we have to build a country where maybe we go back to when we're buying homes, competing with each other, not BlackRock, Airbnb, and Wall Street that are buying up our communities. Angie knows that we don't want data centers built in our communities that are going to compromise our water, or to take away our jobs and create insane sound pollution and hike up our utility costs. And the reason she knows this isn't because she read it in a book. It's not because she read it online. It's because she's been traveling this state, listening to the people. Yes, right. Yeah. Angie Nixon is for the many, not the money. She doesn't stay. And I'm so proud that you can put it on a t-shirt if you want. And I'm just so proud to stand here to endorse her today because this is what we need. We see around the entire country Democrats standing up and saying enough is enough. We are going to be a party that is for working people. We're going to be the party of FDR. We're going to be the party that says we have big ideas because we have big problems. And the thing about the campaign Angie is waging right now is it's not even just about Democrats. It's about all of us. It's not about Democrats versus Republicans or this versus that. It's about the people versus the problem. And in this moment, where so many in our country have so little, and so few people have so much, Angie realizes that to fight wealth inequality, to make sure we all can do well, we can all go to vacation, we all sick leave and family leave and a good job and a union job, where we can live the American dream, which, by the way, isn't about surviving. It's about thriving. For us to do that, we have to stand strong in Washington, D.C. from the corporate interests that have taken over our political system. And yes, it manifests itself in both parties. And it is going to take a new generation of leaders to say enough is enough. We're going to fight for the people. From Miami to Tallahassee to Orlando, Florida. From Pine Hills to Tampa. From Jacksonville to Gainesville. All across the state to the Panhandle. Angie doesn't care what your party registration is. She cares about the fact that things cost too much and no one has any money. She cares about the fact that we live in a country where the leading cause of death for a child is to be shot with a bullet in 2026. She cares about the fact that we lose 60,000 Americans a year because they don't have health insurance. And she knows that it's by virtue of being alive that you deserve to be healthy. There is nothing more patriotic than wanting your people to have a roof over their head. There is nothing more patriotic than making sure you want your people to be healthy. There is nothing more patriotic than fighting for working class American families, and that's what Angie Nixon will do for every Floridian in the United States Senate. And I have to say, I've been proud to make a few Senate endorsements across the country, and the reason I'm doing this is simple. In moments where Democrats have had a trifecta and have had the Senate, the House, and the White House, the biggest impediment to progress has been the United States Senate. We know that we need people who will commit to ending the filibuster. The Jim Crow era rule that has prevented us from passing universal child care, that has prevented us from expanding education, that has prevented us from passing the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Vote Act, which, by the way, would have kept us from a lot of the horrible voter suppression tactics we see going on in Florida right now. So she's built for this moment that we're in, where people are crying out for relief, where people are crying out for leaders who, again, are going to prioritize working families, not corporate interests. And Angie knows that what she's saying and what she's fighting for, it might get her uninvited from a few dinners. It might piss off a few corporate lobbyists, but she doesn't care. And my ask for people in Central Florida, and especially in my district, that I have been proud to represent the last 4 years and that I have been elected to another year because I'm running unopposed. My ask for the people of Central Florida is when you go in August to cast your ballot in our Democratic primary for Senate, that you vote for the fighter and that you vote for Angie Nixon. Couldn't be any clearer. If you're ready to defeat Ashley Moody, Angie Nixon. If you're ready to reject corruption and special interests, Angie Nixon. If you're ready to build an economy that works for working people, Angie Nixon. If you're ready to pass Medicare for all, Angie Nixon. If you're ready for universal child care, Angie Nixon. If you're ready to make sure that the ultra-wealthy pay their fair share, Angie Nixon. And if you're ready to take back Florida for working people, for the average Floridian, Angie Nixon. And without further ado, please give it up for the next senator representing the great state of Florida, Angie Nixon.
Thank y'all for coming. I was crying earlier. I really just want to say thank you to Congressman Frost. Thank you to Senator Percy Davis. Thank you to Representative Essani and everyone that came out today.
Take your time.
Take your time. I love my state.
Yes.
With all my heart, and I love the people in this state, which is why I am fighting so hard to represent you. Woo. Florida needs more of real. Florida needs more of real working class Floridians who are courageous and transformative. And shout out to all these electeds up here and these organizers up here who are the real Florida. We share a vision, y'all. A vision. We have many core beliefs here. First and foremost, we understand the importance of listening and showing up. We know that working families are being crushed right now by costs that were only exacerbated by corrupt politicians like Ashley Moody and Donald Trump in Washington, D.C. We need bold, unapologetic leadership with solutions that actually meet the scale of crisis the people are facing every single day. We don't have to tell you the economy is broken. You can feel it firsthand. Rents are skyrocketing. 18% over the national average is what it is like to rent here in the state of Florida. Property insurance, over 300% of the national average. That ain't right. Rents are skyrocketing. Home insurance rates in Florida are almost triple, as I stated. Wall Street landlords are buying our neighborhoods up while groceries and gas break the bank. It is not radical to demand that the people in the state of Florida and all over the country get $25 for a minimum wage. It is not radical for us to demand that people have access to quality health care. That's why we're pushing Medicare for all. Because no one should have to go bankrupt simply because they're trying to stay alive. Free child care and paid family leave. Too many parents are paying the cost of a mortgage to send their children to an early childhood facility. It does not have to be this way. And when I become your next United States Senator, I look forward to working alongside Congressman Frost to make sure we have universal child care. We produce the world's first trillionaire.
Shame.
Meanwhile, we have veterans living homeless on the street. Meanwhile, we have educators that teach our babies day in and day out are living in their cars. While we're producing trillionaires, we're allowing companies that made, 88 companies that made over $105 billion to not pay federal taxes. Meanwhile, there are people working day in and day out that made $50,000 that have to go into payment plans with the IRS. Say shame. It's time we make billionaires and big corporations pay what they owe. They need to pay taxes just like the everyday To beat an extremist like Ashley Moody, it is going to take us coming together and not being divided. It is going to take moderates and conservatives and progressives and people who are just confused about whatever it is that's happening right now. It is going to take us all coming together to work together to push back against these corrupt corporations and these greedy billionaires. And you know what? What's really funny to me is that they're going to say things like, we don't have the money to do all of that. It costs too much money. They're trying to bankrupt us. I believe that a budget is a moral document. It lets us know what our values are. And right now, the folks in D.C. got our values jacked up. Because people, the everyday hard-working people in the state of Florida. And I know that their values are jacked up because they're spending $1 billion on a ballroom that we'll never get to. They're spending nearly $2 billion a day on a war that's making some of them richer. A war that we didn't ask for.
Talk about it.
They're giving money to these corporate schools, meanwhile shutting down our public schools in the most needed communities. And so we're saying no more. No more. As a matter of fact, we're saying hell no. Hell no. Together we're going to keep building an unstoppable coalition of working families, young voters, labor unions, and grassroots organizers who want real change. This is the movement we are building together, and it is exactly what we need to take on this fight in Washington. And it is time for us to no longer just survive. It's time for us to thrive. And I look forward to knocking on every door, making all the phone calls, showing up, answering the tough questions so that we can work harder, organize stronger, get louder, push back so we can build a Florida and an America for all. Let's go!
What is your path forward to secure this nomination?
The path forward is to continue to do what we're doing and what we've always done, and that's to show up and to knock on every door, make all the phone calls, and go and talk to voters. What's really interesting about this People Power campaign is we actually have independents and Republicans that change their party affiliation to vote for me in the primary. As a matter of fact, we have them, those same people, they're knocking on doors and making phone calls with us and donating to the campaign. The winning strategy is going out and talking to people about the issues and letting them know that this campaign is not about me. It's about us. It's about improving our quality of life. And that's how we win.
Hi, Representative. I'm with Florida Politics. What would you say to people that say you need NPAs, you need Republicans to win? What would you say to critics that say you're too progressive?
I would say that we already got them, as I just stated. We have them knocking on doors already, making phone calls, and donating to the campaign. And so we are not going to leave any stone unturned at all. This campaign is not about politics as usual. It's about returning the power back into the hands of the people. I am someone who is people over politics, people over profit, and even people over party, because I care about my people.
Has your campaigning discussions with the Women campaign about getting a debate up to see the two of you on stage before the
Did you ask me if he wants to debate me?
Is there anything in the works?
I mean, you gotta ask him, he keep running. I mean, the other day I actually was sitting, I got invited to a forum and he did too, and he did not show up. And so the people want to know where he stands on the issues. And we need a U.S. Senator that's going to show up when we need them. If someone is already running away from tough questions, running away from town hall meetings, what we think they're going to do when if they become the senator? We need someone who's going to show up all the time, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's not popular, but when it's needed the most. And I am that